Is Tory Burch cool again? Or was it ever cool to begin with? Once synonymous with suburban moms and preppy, polished fashion, the Tory Burch brand became a household name with its iconic Reva flats and bold tunics. But beneath the polished surface lies a story of meteoric rise, accusations of stolen designs, public backlash, and a near fall from grace. Once celebrated as a symbol of suburban affluence and effortless chic, the brand found itself struggling to remain relevant in a cutthroat fashion world. Yet, just when it seemed Tory Burch might fade into obscurity, it staged a bold reinvention that thrust it back into the spotlight. Viral collections, skyrocketing revenues, and a newfound modern edge captured the attention of a new generation. But with controversy still looming and loyalists divided, how did Tory Burch navigate the fallout to reclaim its place in the fashion hierarchy? But first, let's rewind. How did Tory Burch go from an ambitious idea to a billion-dollar empire in just a few years? The answer lies in a mix of timing, vision, and sheer luck. The Tory Burch brand was born in 2004, launched from a small Soho Boutique in Manhattan. With her debut collection of tunics, tailored jackets, and preppy accessories, Tory Burch created a line that blended luxury with accessibility. On its very first day, the boutique sold out almost entirely, a sign of what was to come. But it wasn't just the designs that set the brand apart. It was the way Burch tapped into a market craving aspirational, yet attainable fashion. The turning point came in 2005, when Oprah Winfrey featured Burch on her show and famously called her the next big thing in fashion. Overnight, the brand's website received over 8 million hits, and the demand for Tory Burch skyrocketed. The Reva ballet flats, named after Burch's mother, became an instant status symbol. With their bold double-T medallion and classic design, they were embraced by suburban moms, working professionals, and college students alike, solidifying Tory Burch as a household name. By 2007, the brand had expanded internationally, opening stores across major cities like London, Tokyo, and Shanghai. Burch also made a cameo in the hit show Gossip Girl, cementing her brand's association with Upper East Side elegance. The designs, tunics, structured handbags, and bold patterns, epitomized preppy boho chic, appealing to a broad demographic. Tory Burch's success wasn't confined to its aesthetic appeal. Burch herself had a keen business sense, bypassing traditional wholesale routes by investing heavily in e-commerce early on. The brand's digital presence, combined with a focus on in-store experiences, helped it flourish in an increasingly competitive landscape. By the early 2000s and 10s, the company had grown to over 370 stores worldwide, with products available in high-end retailers like Nordstrom, Saks Fifth Avenue, and Harrods. But behind the scenes, the rapid growth came at a cost. As demand soared, maintaining quality and consistency across products became more challenging. Customer complaints about fragile leather bags and accessories began to emerge. But during these early years, the cracks were barely visible amid the overwhelming success. From a Soho Boutique to a global powerhouse valued at over $3.5 billion, Tory Burch seemed unstoppable. The brand had tapped into a golden formula, luxury aesthetics with a more approachable price point. For years, it thrived as a symbol of effortless affluence. But as the industry and consumer expectations evolved, would the brand be able to keep up? Every empire has its cracks, and for Tory Burch, the veneer of effortless luxury began to fade as public perception turned critical. By the mid-2010s, cracks began to appear in the once flawless image. While the Reva flats and tunics still enjoyed loyal followings, the brand's aesthetic was beginning to feel outdated in an industry increasingly dominated by streetwear, minimalist luxury, and fast fashion. Critics began to ask, was Tory Burch losing its edge? But the cracks in Tory Burch's carefully polished image ran deeper than just outdated designs. By the mid-2010s, the brand found itself embroiled in controversies that threatened to overshadow its earlier success. Allegations of cultural appropriation surfaced in 2017 when the brand released a coat described as African-inspired, a design that bore an uncanny resemblance to a traditional Romanian garment. If that wasn't enough, in 2021, Tory Burch found itself under fire for a jumper that looked strikingly similar to the Portuguese camisola poveira, a cherished fisherman's sweater with intricate embroidery tied to the region's heritage. Social media exploded with accusations of the brand profiting off cultural traditions without acknowledgement, leading to petitions demanding accountability. For a brand rooted in the idea of timeless elegance, the backlash painted a picture of insensitivity that was hard to ignore. For years, the controversies surrounding Tory Burch, particularly accusations of cultural appropriation, clouded its reputation. These incidents weren't isolated. They reflected a larger industry reckoning with cultural sensitivity. Yet Burch herself remained silent, a move that critics argued only worsened the fallout. Internally, the brand was reportedly revising its creative processes, but these efforts failed to resonate with a public demanding accountability. At the same time, customer frustration was growing louder. Negative reviews piled up on Trustpilot, slamming the brand for quality issues that felt at odds with its mid-luxury price tag. "Why am I paying for a name when the leather scratches after a few wears?" one reviewer asked. Shoes with soles that fell apart and jewelry that tarnished too quickly only added fuel to the fire. With a dismal 1.8-star Trustpilot rating, customers weren't just questioning the quality of Tory Burch's products, they were losing trust in the brand itself. In-store experiences didn't fare much better. Stories of dismissive sales associates flooded, with one shopper recalling how they were brushed off after mentioning their budget, only to later find an item that fit it perfectly. These moments left customers feeling alienated, turning what should have been a luxury experience into one that felt unwelcoming. To make matters worse, TikTok and Instagram were now shaping fashion narratives, and Tory Burch wasn't coming out on top. Younger audiences, already drawn to brands that embodied transparency and inclusivity, labeled Tory Burch as chuggy, outdated and out of touch. For a brand that had once symbolized effortless sophistication, these accusations hit hard. And as Gen Z consumers began driving fashion's direction, Tory Burch seemed increasingly stuck in a narrative it couldn't control. Financially, the brand continued to perform, but its cultural relevance appeared to be waning. The mix of customer backlash, accusations of copying, and an outdated image created a perfect storm. For Tory Burch, the once shiny symbol of accessible affluence was tarnished. Would the brand be able to reinvent itself, or had it already lost the battle to stay relevant in a rapidly changing fashion world? The turning point began in 2019 when Tory Burch made a pivotal decision to step down as CEO, passing the reins to her husband, Pierre-Yves Roussel. As the former chairman and CEO of the LVMH fashion group, Roussel brought decades of experience in luxury branding and operations. This move freed Burch to focus solely on her creative vision, a shift that would prove transformative. As she later admitted, "I was spending only 30% of my time on design. It wasn't smart or efficient." The brand's reinvention officially began with the Fall-Winter 2021 collection. Showcased with understated elegance at Hancock Shaker Village, the collection marked a significant departure from the preppy bohemian aesthetic of years past. Clean lines, neutral palettes, and minimalist silhouettes signaled a more mature, contemporary direction. Critics praised it as a quiet luxury statement, subtle yet sophisticated. This aesthetic shift tapped into a rising trend among consumers, craving timeless, wearable pieces that prioritized quality over flashiness. Simultaneously, Tory Burch revamped its physical presence. In 2021, the brand unveiled its flagship Soho Boutique in New York City, featuring a sleek, modernist facade that perfectly reflected its new design ethos. This wasn't just a store, it was a statement of intent. The minimalist yet luxurious space symbolized the brand's pivot toward a more elevated identity. By 2023, the strategy began to pay off. The Spring-Summer 2023 collection became a turning point in Tory Burch's Runway history, blending innovation with commercial appeal. Fashion insiders were particularly impressed with standout pieces like pierced mule shoes and sculptural resin handbags. Viral success followed, with these designs circulating across Instagram and TikTok, capturing the attention of younger, trend-driven audiences. The reinvention extended beyond the runway. The brand adopted a savvy digital marketing approach, collaborating with influencers and creatives who embodied a modern, understated aesthetic. From street styler at the People Gallery to photographer Tyrell Hampton, these partnerships helped reposition Tory Burch as a brand for the downtown cool girl, without alienating its core audience. The numbers reflected this renewed momentum. By 2023, Tory Burch's revenue soared to nearly $2 billion, its highest in history. The industry took notice, with Burch earning a nomination for the CFDA Women's Wear Designer of the Year, a nod to the success of her redefined creative direction. At the heart of this transformation was a shift in focus. From selling a lifestyle steeped in suburban affluence to creating versatile, fashion-forward pieces that resonated with modern women. Burch embraced tension in her designs, balancing classic staples with bold experiments, like futuristic silhouettes and 1960s-inspired miniskirts, that made her collections feel both nostalgic and new. The brand's comeback wasn't just about fashion, it was also about storytelling. The narrative shifted from a brand caught in controversy to one that evolved gracefully in response to challenges. As a fashion writer aptly put it, the reinvention wasn't announced. It just happened, and the collections speak for themselves. Tory Burch had turned a corner, regaining its footing in a crowded and demanding industry. But with its newfound coolness came even greater expectations. The comeback was complete. But the question now was whether the brand could sustain this momentum. Following the critical acclaim of its 2021 and 2023 collections, Tory Burch entered 2024 with undeniable momentum. Each collection built on its newfound ethos, minimalist yet expressive, bold but wearable. Fashion critics and influencers alike dubbed it the Torrescence, reflecting the brand's ability to reframe its identity in a way that appealed to both new and loyal audiences. Tory Burch's Spring/Summer 2024 runway show, staged at the American Museum of Natural History, exemplified this. Models walked in crisp, collarless jackets, sleek, tech-inspired tops, and sculptural Mary Janes, presenting a futuristic yet accessible vision of modern luxury. Unlike its past iterations, Tory Burch was no longer chasing trends. Instead, the brand was charting its own course, blending innovative craftsmanship with a subversive elegance that resonated with younger, fashion-conscious consumers. 2024 also marked significant cultural milestones. Uma Thurman and Hari Nef were front-row fixtures at the shows, while Emily Ratajkowski continued to walk for the brand. High-profile endorsements by stars like Phoebe Bridgers and Sydney Sweeney reinforced Tory Burch's relevance in pop culture. On social media, the brand doubled down on partnerships with unconventional influencers, ensuring its collections reached younger audiences while maintaining authenticity. These efforts culminated in the 20th anniversary retrospective, a celebration of the brand's journey from its Nolita boutique roots to a $2 billion global powerhouse. Behind the scenes, Tory Burch was evolving its business to meet modern demands. A sustainability-focused capsule collection launched in late 2024, using eco-conscious materials and transparent production practices to align with shifting consumer values. The activewear line, Tory Sport, also expanded with hybrid designs that blurred the line between athletic and everyday wear, capturing the attention of a generation prioritizing versatility. On the tech front, augmented reality fitting tools and digital customization features enhanced the shopping experience. making Tory Burch a leader in fashion tech integration. The brand's evolution wasn't without challenges. Critics wondered whether its pivot toward minimalism risked alienating its original loyalists, while others questioned if heavy reliance on influencers could erode its newly regained identity. Despite this, as 2025 approaches, Tory Burch stands as a case study in reinvention, proof that a brand can not only survive but thrive when it listens, adapts, and evolves. What are your thoughts on the journey of Tory Burch? Let us know in the comments. Thank you for watching. Till next time.